Hi everybody. So I am new to YouTube. I am Melody, by the way. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Melody Edmondson. I am a licensed esthetician. And I have been a licensed esthetician for about 8 years now, actually. I have a little spa here in Rockville, Maryland, called Facial Expressions by Melody. I feel like at this point in my career, I do have a lot of knowledge with regarding a lot of different things with the skin and skincare and ethnic skin. And I just wanted to share my little 2 cents with the world with tips and tricks to help you to have the healthiest and best skin you possibly can. So sorry if the lighting isn't great. I tried to get some daylight in here, and I'm just coming from brunch actually, so I still have my dress on, I have makeup on. I was like, let me just try to make a video right now. So I was thinking this morning when I woke up that I love to talk about a couple things with regards to hormones. Hormones with regard to acne, as well as hormones that can trigger hormonal hair. And this is in women. Hormonal acne can happen in men or women, but majority of the time when when our hormones are pretty balanced, estrogen and testosterone specifically, we don't have as much hair here. But sometimes when there's imbalances due to a number of things. It could be stress, it could be what you're eating. A lot of foods have hormones in them. I know milk in particular, cows, I'll say, which milk comes from cows. Farmers inject them with hormones just so they produce more milk or larger muscle. And so when we eat that, it absolutely has an effect on our bodies. And a lot of different things we ingest so far as hormones, a bunch of preservatives and things like that. And not only has an effect on our body, it purges through the skin as well. Dairy, cheese, a bunch of, dairy foods like that can purge through the skin. If you tend to break out in this area a lot, it's more than likely diet that is affecting that, or it could be hormones. And teenagers, when they're breaking out all over, that's absolutely hormonal. Their hormones are just kicking up. They're trying to get balanced, but some people don't experience as much of a breakout as others because some people have an easy transition into adulthood, other people don't. And there's nothing you can do about it. Unfortunately, we can't control our own hormones. The only thing that can really control that is a medication. So hormones are internal. If it's a hormonal breakout you're dealing with, hormonal hairs, breakouts in this area that you're seeing, mainly are localized in this area of the face. This area here, normally when you're breaking out, only is due to hormones and an imbalance. That all has to be treated with medication and internal treatment for internal hormones. There are topical treatments that you can do. I offer customized facials. One of the skincare lines that I offer, actually what I use in my back bar, not offer, I don't sell, Eminence is the skincare line. Excuse me. Eminence is an all organic line that doesn't even have water in it. They don't even use water. They're very particular as to what they use in their skincare products, even down to the water. If they use water, it's iodine, it's purified water. It's an all organic, all natural skincare line. So they have a product, a mask treatment that I use in my back bar. It's actually called the 8 Greens Phyto Mask. And that treatment actually has phytoestrogen in it. So with imbalances in hormones, as it affects to the top layers of the skin, this particular mask treatment, I can apply it all over, and it actually will help to regulate those imbalances. And I've seen some really great result with that in some of my treatments. I just saw a girl, she is 13 years old. She came in full face of acne, red, a lot of rosacea in the cheeks, whiteheads, blackheads all over, right? And I can see it's coming down to her chest and neck area as well. A lot of texture there. I gave her a custom facial. I definitely included some of that treatment in there as well because all ages can use it. I sent her home with a customized routine of skincare to use morning and night that included salicylic for sure, some other blemish controlling moisturizers, toners, and serum as well. I got her on a good vitamin C, 20% to help with that discoloration, because hormonal acne in teenagers, if you don't address that sooner than later as their skin is growing, it's not adult skin yet, it's still young teenage skin. You have to be a little gentle with it, but still address that acne because they can get scars in their skin that's there for the rest of your life. So it's really important to address it sooner than later. But I was so excited. I saw her 3 weeks later and oh my God, I can't believe how good she looks. This was yesterday I saw her, and I just saw her beginning of the month. And so I'm really excited about this new treatment. And I'm not even sure if I used that on her or not, but I would. I know I did yesterday. But she is definitely someone that would benefit from it the most because her acne is being triggered by hormones. So I'll actually put her before and after at the end of this video. You guys have to see it. It's only been one facial, the before and after. This is before the second facial she got from me yesterday. Wow, the difference in this girl's skin. Oh my God. And I just told her, keep it up, keep it up. And at first she was like, yeah, I guess it's getting better. But one thing I've learned about people, you have to take those good before pictures. So any Essies out there that's watching me, trust me, even if it's just a quick middle side shot real quick, if they're first coming into you, you really need to do that. Like, take a picture because you can better track progress and see what's getting better or what maybe is getting worse or what's working, what's not, because you may need to adjust their skincare a little bit. But I always suggest that you take a before picture. And even as customers, you can too. And nice, good lighting, not where it's gonna be the flashback from a flash or light, but actually in bright, good light, clear picture where you can see the side of your face, the front and the other side. You definitely want to do that prior, because as soon as I showed this little girl her before and after, she was like, wow, she almost cried. Because there was such a difference. And even if it's just a gradual little bit of a difference, it's a difference. We're doing something right. We're heading in the right direction. And so I was really excited to show her that, and her mom, she was like, oh my gosh, send me that picture, send me that. Because I do like a before and after side by side. So it's exciting to them. It's super exciting for me. So I was just really happy to do that. So yeah, but speaking of her and hormones and medication, she had been going to see a dermatologist prior to coming to me for a while, actually. This is the other thing with dermatologists. So a lot of times a dermatologist, a doctor, is more concerned, with diseases and disorders of the skin. They're not very concerned with blemishes, blackheads, the superficial layers of the skin. That's what you come to an esthetician for, right? There's the epidermal layer of the skin, and then there's the dermal layer of the skin, and there's this juncture in between, right? Anything over the counter you can get topically, it's only gonna penetrate that first layer, right? That's all let's go this way. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go. Epidermal layer of the skin, and there's many layers all in there. And then there's the dermis, and this is where the muscle, the blood layer of the skin is, the blood vessels and all of that. They're more concerned as doctors, this layer of the skin. Up here, they're like, oh, you can just exfoliate. Oh, that's just post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. I'll get into that in another video. But basically, it's color from a blemish that's left behind when you were inflamed in that area. They don't care about that because it really will eventually go away. If it doesn't, and the color's been there longer than a certain amount of time, it's really never gonna go away unless you get a really aggressive treatment like a deep peel or a laser. Honestly, I never liked a lot of my clients. If you've had some dark pigment color all in your skin, discolored, that's been there for years and years, I can lift a little bit of it with certain treatments, but there's really no guarantee, especially if it's been there a long time. But back to the acne situation, hormonal acne, where you kind of need a medication. You can also go with a prescription topical. So she was given clindamycin. Clindamycin as well as spirulactin are two medications that I noticed doctors give patients the most with regards to hormonal acne. So I find that older women, they give the spirulactin to, or adult women and older, they get spirulactin. And then younger girls, they get the clindamycin. Excuse me. She got a clindamycin topical, which helped a little bit, but because it's so strong directly on her skin, they don't know how to, they being the doctors, don't really know how to gently get that into the skin, especially a little young girl who has very sensitive skin, where it's working without irritating the skin so much. You can mix it with a moisturizer, with other prep items, the proper cleanser, maybe a cream cleanser or a gel cleanser, a toner, a proper toner to really make that skin like a sponge to absorb all that great serum product after, a great moisturizer like I just mentioned. And then you also absolutely, if you don't want scars, guys, I talk about this all the time on my Instagram, and I'll link that below as well. Sunscreen. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen every single day, especially ethnic skin. You don't think you need it, but you do every single day. 80% of all damage in your skin comes from the sun. 80%, not 30%, not 20, 80% comes from the sun. You really need to use a sunscreen. And, you know, physical sunscreen, which is what I would highly suggest for you to use over a chemical sunscreen. A physical is made of pure zinc as an element or titanium as an element oxidized. Zinc oxide or titanium oxide, where the sun just bounces right off of it. So you apply that all over, it bounces right off of, the sun bounces right off of your skin. See, when you have a breakout and it's left behind a dark mark, right? You already have what's called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So now you have a pigment there, extra color there, left behind from a scar. Every time you go outside and you're not wearing a sunscreen, you're getting slightly darker every single time. So if you have pigment there and you're not using a sunscreen, it's just getting darker. Now, if it's been there for years, it's not going to be so easy to lift. So it's a good idea, even if you do have discoloration, guys, start now with protecting your skin with sun protection, okay? And also with sunscreen particularly, what is it, like 60-80% of our immune system actually is zinc oxide. Well, not zinc oxide, it's made up of zinc. So if you get a good zinc oxide, titanium oxide sunscreen, it can help with healing the skin, especially if you have a lot of acne. It can help with lowering inflammation and controlling that. I keep looking at my nails because they're so pretty. Again, this actually is my birthday weekend. Side note, sorry. And I just came from brunch. That's why I'm body all out and all of that. But anyway, I don't normally wear these pretty nails that I have on. I got them for the weekend. If I were doing your facial, you would have nothing there. It would look just like that. There would be nothing there. So in future videos, if you don't see all this glamour, that's the reason. It's to protect you so I'm not like scratching your face to death. So I'm sorry. This is just today. By the time I have a client in a couple days, they won't be here. But anyway, back to sunscreen. Super important to use it every day, especially if you want to treat fine lines, wrinkles. To treat it. I didn't say to just prevent, but also to prevent and to treat. If you're getting laser treatments, chemical peels, microneedling, all of these many different wonderful treatments to address fine lines, wrinkles, sunscreen helps to further those results. So you don't want to just kind of not use sunscreen. You have to use the sunscreen every single day, all right? And use it all over your neck, your face, the back of your hands. I have my décolleté out today. So I needed to use it there, anywhere, your legs, especially when you're out at the beach and things like that. You never want to be out there with no sunscreen. So back to our original conversation, which was about hormones, hormonal imbalances. I highly suggest, if you're suffering with that, for me in particular, book a custom facial with me so I can analyze your skin under a magnifying lamp, and I can look down into your pores and see what's really going on. Talk to you about your skincare goals, talk to you about what you're actually using on a day-to-day basis that could be contributing to some of your issues, or and preventing you from getting that result you want. Or maybe I like it and just want to maybe add to it. It just depends. I need to see what you're using. That's why I always suggest that you bring, especially on your first visit with me, bring all the things that you're using in so I can analyze them. And then the other thing you want to do, either now or after I see you in person, is to get with a good dermatologist and speak to them about a prescription medication to help regulate hormonal acne. And again, this is for people who really suffer with breakouts all of a sudden into their older age, hormones as they change and you know, as they change as we get older as women, you can start to see some breakouts. It throws off the balance and you start overproducing oil that fills up your pores and breaks you out. And then also with teenagers, when they're breaking out all over their face, that's hormonal. They may need a medication. And this isn't something you need to use forever, just maybe like a month or a couple weeks you get on a medication just to control it down, right? Excuse me, y'all. And then from there, we can maintain your results with facials and home care treatment. One thing I want to touch on really quickly with teenagers, if they're breaking out all over their face, all over their neck, all over their chest, their shoulders, their back, okay, that's no longer just kind of like a localized hormonal breakout. Now it's systemic, it's all over. That absolutely needs medication. Don't waste your time on facial treatments. Don't waste your time on topical creams that you can get at the store. They need to see a doctor before it scars them forever, okay? It's really important to control that down sooner than later, okay? Yeah, but back to adults, localized breakouts, a lot of hair growth, a lot of irritation just in this one area, hormonal imbalance. Or if it's just localized to the cheeks or just localized to the forehead, there's something going on that is only in that one area. If you get a breakout here and there all over, well, you know, from time to time, that's very normal. Everyone has influxes in their pH from time to time, so far as the top layer of the skin, that can result in breakouts from time to time. But so far as localized clusters of blemishes, something else is going on. I love to see you first before you go to a doctor, because maybe it's skincare, maybe it's something you're doing at home that we need to adjust. And if it is, then I can help you with that. But if it isn't, you would need to see a doctor. So I hope this video was helpful. If you'd like to see more videos like this, definitely gonna be posting a lot more. This was really fun today, really easy. I could just talk, and hopefully it was helpful to you. So click subscribe below, and any questions you may have, feel free to fill the comment section out, and I'll respond as quickly as possible. Thanks so much. Bye.